Welcome back to my channel. I'm RHY RHY. These are my friends REUBEN and we have AMOS here.
Hey guys.
So today we're going straight into the question. Today is a more serious topic, and the question is: should we bring the death penalty to England? So what's your guys' first thoughts in regards to bringing the death penalty back to, or bringing it to England? Because I know they have it in America and other countries and other states around the world.
Nah.
Nah, I don't think they
Personally,
should.
I don't think they should. Nah.
No.
Okay.
We don't give life, so we're not authorized to take it. To us, I think.
100%.
You get me?
Mhm.
It's especially with my Christian values. I think it's wrong
Yeah.
to take someone's life anyway. You get me? There's other ways of punishing someone. I mean, they may have taken someone else's life, but then for us to take it into our own hands and be like, okay, you deserve to die. You may think that, like, if it was my own family member, I would think that.
Yeah.
But for me, then to allow it to happen, nah. You shouldn't ask me, do you want this person to die?
Yeah.
I couldn't do
It's
it.
tricky still.
But when people they say like life and death row, say they serve their entire life in prison and they live past 70, 80, and then they're gonna die. We're going to die anyway, but they're just they've set a date for a date. Do you still think that?
Nah, that's
Oh,
evil.
man.
Okay, stay in prison for ages then, innit? What
Yeah.
day? You probably make it your home.
Be a librarian or something.
Yeah.
No
You
problem,
get me?
man.
If we're never in prison, but then
So why do you think that why do you think they use the death row? Why is it there then?
To deter
Because
people.
in theory, we are gonna die anyway, right?
Yeah.
They're just, even when they, electrocute you or do the lethal injection, it's painless. Like lethal injection is
Yeah.
it's all painless.
Of course.
Say for instance now you're in prison and you suffer from dementia and then you get arthritis and you get all these diseases that cause you really bad pain. Would that, for me, I'm in agreement with you. Like that for me would be, I'd be more content that you're in pain, suffering, than for you to just slowly drift away
Yeah.
to death. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
So for me, what do you think is behind, obviously, the people in the law that say death row is what you're going to have after you've served life in prison? I'm going to mean life, don't mean life and get half. Do you know what I mean? I mean life as in you serve, 30 years plus in prison. Why is the death row there? Because for me, it ain't effective at all.
It's to deter people from doing crime in the first place. So it's like, if I do this, there's a possibility I'm going to die. You know what I mean? So, and it's going to be legal for me to die. So it's going to be one of them ones where they either give me a beheading, which ain't going to be in America. That's like Romania, places like that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, or it's going to be injections, or it's going to be electric chair. But if I know there's a chance of me, if me doing this is going to get me killed, why am I going to do it? You know what I mean? Some men don't deter them, because some men obviously don't really have a regard for life, for their own life. So for them, they'll commit any nasty crime and they ain't going to care. But at the end of the day, like, in England, I don't think they should have the death penalty because, I mean, trust me, man, Christian values, like, part of me is like, it's just, anyone can change, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's true.
I mean, and forgiveness is one of them things, like, it's mad, trust me. I wouldn't personally say, I'd say nah, I wouldn't bring it.
Yeah, I think evil minds came up with that concept. I couldn't another person for that. That's very evil. You get me? And the thing is, the people who came up with it are not the ones who are actually going to go kill the person. They just came with the idea and they're gone. You get me? They're leaving another person to kill someone else. Like it's Pete. Like if you're that evil to come with the concept, then you initiate it yourself. You go to the person and inject them. You get me?
Yeah.
But just to put someone else, like REUBEN said, like there's forgiveness ain't easy. Like, it's really not. Like it's really not easy at all. But at the end of the day, like, it's not in our authority to take someone's life. You get me? You're basically a murderer. You get me? Like, for example, the guy who dropped the atomic bomb on Japan, he committed suicide because he couldn't deal with the thought that he was doing his duty.
Yeah,
like he was a soldier. It's his duty to kill people, but he couldn't deal with the thought that, like, he killed so much people and innocent people as well. So the fact that you could inject someone and then go back to your household with your 2 kids.
And then your beans on toast
and eat your beans on toast in the morning, then like, nah.
Not that we do that, but just,
and and even a judge like applying that you deserve to die, like, nah. I think it's more painful to live knowing your mistake in a cage instead of actually being injected and you're gone forever.
Yeah. But then me, if a crime was to happen to one of my friends or family, like a vicious crime, and then they went and killed that person, I wouldn't be content. That for me is not justice.
Yeah, taking a life for a life isn't justice.
It's not justice.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's not justice. I'd be worse off that you put me. I'll say life imprisonment, solitary confinement. At least you can think and meditate on what you've done.
Yeah. I think murder should get that anyway. You get me? Like you.
First degree murder.
Yeah.
I think any kind of murder.
No, because you can murder someone by accident. I could be driving. I'm on my phone, and I hit the baby, and God, I swear blind to me that remember the baby and the baby die. That's not you know.
That's true.
I wouldn't put, you know what I mean? That's just me being careless.
Different types. You're carelessness. Still go to prison.
Yeah.
But like you're not gonna get the same punishment as someone who went out to do it.
First degree murder is someone saying, "I see you here and I'm going to stab you. My intention is to kill you." That is first degree murder. You got premeditated. That means I've thought about the process. I know you go to work at this time, so I'm going to plan it. And that's even worse than actually murder.
Yeah, it's just when they're life in jail.
And then you got voluntary manslaughter, which is you're probably fighting with someone.
And then you hurt him too hard.
You didn't mean to kill him, but it was anger. You've punched him and he died. That's kind of voluntary manslaughter. Of
course.
But they all have different life sentences. I possibly watch How to Get Away with Murder, so it's just like.
Oh yeah, of course. Why? What? I'm joking. No,
it's an episode. It's the guys. Emotion again. It's the sickest thing ever.
Is there anyone you don't like? Should we avoid? Like, just in case.
Nope! These things are bad. I was saying this the other day, like they teach you how to get away with murder for real,
Yeah.
Nah, for real. You man are laughing, it's raw funny, it's raw serious.
Do you reckon it actually gives you ideas though to think to yourself like, well, I could get away with that though?
You know what? I would say yeah, because whenever I play GTA and I'm driving, I think if the police was to stop me now, I'll know how to get away. You get me? Like even when I'm driving, sometimes I feel like, oh, if the police chases me at night time, I'll just turn my light off and park up. I know this because of games. You get out of the car.
Alright, cool.
There's a bit in Annalise. There's a bit in How to Get Away with Murder. I've just finished it. Oh my goodness, it's really emotional. So yeah, anyway, there's a bit in How to Get Away with Murder season 4, and Annalise did a class action suit against people who wasn't able to get a good lawyer. And basically what they're saying is, in my eyes, and I've also spoken to Shannon about this, she was saying, if you have a good enough lawyer, you get off.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
the system is so flawed, there is ways around it.
Yeah, loopholes in it.
Yeah, there's loopholes in the system. I could commit, manslaughter. I could commit first degree murder, and I could get away with it if I know the right people and have the best lawyer in the business. I will get away with it. Look at, for instance, O.J. Simpson. We all know O.J. Simpson killed his wife. I think he did. Do you think he did? I think he did. Well, I know he did. I just feel like he did. But he had the best lawyer. He had the best. He just did. You did, and OJ, don't lie. You did. I know you did. I saw ya. You're at the house. I watched it on Netflix.
It's a bad show, isn't it?
Nah, I'm joking. But it's a good show. But I mean, like, in that sense, he had a really good lawyer. Man like me that can't afford, top class lawyer probably would not get away with what he got away with. I'm not saying he didn't because nobody knows. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a huge judge. However, he got away with whatever he got away with, you know what I mean? He got let off, he didn't even get sentenced for nothing at all, he got let off. He went to prison for something completely different, armed robbery.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was their way though, of actually capturing him again for the actual murder.
But they couldn't.
Really?
Of course.
That was years later. I'm sure it was years, it was a couple of years later.
Yeah, it wasn't like, it was a couple of years later,
It was a couple of years later?
Yeah, a couple of years later. That's still pretty close though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And I gave him a long sentence for that. When it was more so, it was push me, but it was like, it's one of them ones like, obviously.
Wow.
Because he had the best lawyers, the best defense, because he was rich, so he could hire the best people.
I think the situation at the time as well with how black people were being treated in America. With like the Rodney King thing. But
that's a good lawyer. A good lawyer would blame it against race and different things. It's all about using the mind.
That's true.
If you're a good lawyer, you're gonna say, okay, this guy's a black man, right? This girl's a white woman, right? I've got something to roll with now. And they will throw the race card in there. Yeah, that's a good lawyer,
Of course.
It's a smart lawyer, but they will throw the race card in there and be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But he's black. If this was a white man, blah, 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 and then the judge didn't thinking there, nah, that was a white man, he'd get like, if that was a white man, he wouldn't be doing it like this.
Yeah.
So the jury are gonna feel some type of way for like, nah, I can't sentence this man because we're not sure.
It's true though.
Over a glove, because he said the glove didn't fit. Why? How do you know you didn't buy an next glove?
I'm done with the system.
You need to watch it, you know.
Oh my god.
You've not seen it, Amos?
I've heard the case, but I never
You
watched
watch it
it.
when you have the gloves.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just put the glove in your hand. Just open your hand properly. Cause you
Yeah,
just, you're being
exactly.
extra.
Someone do it for him. That way, if they just force it on, it's different. But the way he was doing it, he was like moving like he had arthritis.
It's like I can't get it on.
Like, I should say like,
see the gloves
it don't fit. It don't fit.
So it's not me. That's funny.
Anyone could just do this though, like widen up their hand. It's easy.
Over one glove didn't fit the man's hand, you know, and they said, okay, we'll write it off.
Bro,
that's it. He didn't kill her.
Come on, man.
Wow.
So somebody must have killed her. Who killed her? Well, another can't tell me who killed her.
That is a good lawyer.
This is what I'm saying. If you have a good lawyer, you will get away with a lot of things. I can't say everything because I'm not a lawyer, but I'm saying 80% of the things you could get away with. And even in How to Get Murdered, it proves it.
Yeah.
That is so bad. I need to watch How to Get Away with Murder now.
It just gives you a lot of insight because Annalise is like the best lawyer, obviously, in the
I
show.
feel like I've been lied all my life, like all my life.
Yeah, there's ways of getting around the system.
Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
It's true.
it's peak because if you have money in this life, you will be okay. People like Chris Brown, that you know, love him. He's not one of our biggest fans. Like, I think he's sick. But you know, the certain things that he's done, we wouldn't get away with.
Okay.
Like, we wouldn't be unlike community service, and that's it. We'd be in prison. We'd have a criminal record. We can't do this. We won't get a job. It's calm for him. He has the right lawyers. He got the right people. You know, 100 hours community service, and he's sorted.
Yeah, man.
My man's probably got at least as long as my arm. Do you know what I mean? And that's fair play to him. He's worked hard for it and he can do it. And do you know what I mean? However, for people like us that, you know, can afford like the basic and, you know, standard stuff.
Yeah.
That's
You won't get away with half the things
you
that
got the money, you're nice, basically.
Basically,
Look, okay,
yeah.
As long as you got the money,
Oscar Pistorius, that disabled guy.
Of course.
That apparently can do
100%.
Oh, with the leg.
Oh, he did
Yeah,
it.
leg.
Here, come on, man. That was like
My man just got house arrest, you know. My man's in his house chilling.
You know what his house is like? It's not like my house, you know. But the
Yeah,
man's house
I see
is.
it,
Man's got
yeah.
pool, table tennis, like table court, fam. Like,
Why would you want to leave?
That's the winner, innit?
yeah. Why would you want to leave anyway? Exactly. Like, that's actually a luxury, fam.
The way I said sometimes, if someone paid me to stay in my house, I would.
Exactly.
True.
They're basically paying him. He's probably still getting money. His house is still paid for.
Probably lost a couple sponsors, but other than that, the rest of them are still paying him like $1 million each. So it's
Do
like,
you know what I mean?
he's still winning, and he shot his girl, bro. Let's say like
You wanna
mistaking her for
a
a
robber.
robber.
Intruder.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I watch too much Criminal Minds and
You do.
don't
You
try
actually
me.
could get away.
Don't try me, guys.
You actually could get
Don't try me.
My
I'm
God.
joking. I'm just saying it's just
Don't try him. Don't try him.
No, not even. I'm not there for it. Could I have, yeah?
Wow.
And get away with it.
And get away with it.
And our base alibi. Gang.
Gang.
Squad.
I don't feel like it's a bit sad, I mean.
It is.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's sad. Well, I don't think they should bring it to England.
Nah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Mm-mm.
Of course not, man. I don't think people would have it anyway. There'd be like a small majority. I reckon if they voted for it and they had to have like a public vote, out of the millions of people in this country, I reckon that the majority, I reckon about 8% would say no, you know.
Yeah.
I think I think it'd be close, you know.
You reckon?
People don't have heart. People can't forgive that weekend.
True.
Because if someone did something to me or someone, I would forgive them eventually.
Yeah,
because I know the forgiveness will kill them. Not physically, but you know, if you've done someone wrong,
Killing
proper
kindness.
Yeah, that works, you know.
Of course.
I abide by that. If you do something wrong to someone really bad, you know you've done something wrong, and that person says, you know, I forgive you, bro, or I forgive you, sis. That will kill you. If you just killed someone's mom or kill someone's uncle or sister, and then the opposite side come to visit you in prison, you know.
Yeah.
And they sit there in front of you, say, I know you did what you did. I know you raped my sister. I know you raped my mom.
Yeah.
But I forgive you.
Yeah, of course, man.
So everyone will hang themselves because of that, you know.
It's because of conscience, and
Jesus
conscience will
hung
get to you.
Look at yes, Jesus hung himself.
That's true.
Jesus killed him with so much kindness. It's like, no, I've just sold him for 30 pieces of silver, and this guy is still like, no, me and your brethren.
Exactly. Called him a friend.
Man couldn't take it on his head. Like, how does someone love me so much to say, I forgive you? And I think that alone will kill certain man in their heart, whether they do it physically or in their heart.
True,
yeah.
They'll be like, you know what? I am genuinely sorry that what I did.
Yeah, it's true.
Just because you said, you know what, I forgive you. That's mad.
Forgiveness is key, you know.
It's key, man.
Key, man.
Bring man to their
It
knees.
frees, number one, it frees you.
Yeah, well,
It frees you for one.
Yeah.
It sets you free. And then for them, it's like, yo, well, I've offloaded the guilt now, innit? So obviously, like,
No, for real.
we're all good. You know what I mean? So for them, it either goes one way or the other. They can either take it on and think, wow, how can they forgive me after what I've done? You know what I mean, how can they possibly forgive me? And then they can either go mad or they can change. So it's a good thing.
It's peak, you know.
It's a good
Like
thing.
you could end up being like so messed up because of that. So for instance, that situation happened. You can't forgive them. They're out of prison now, living their best life.
Moved on and that. You know
They've
what I mean?
found the Lord. They're saved, and they make it to heaven. But because you didn't forgive them,
Trying to piece
You
it
imagine.
it's peak. You know what I mean? And you're on your head like, nah, but they killed my mum.
Yeah.
But they did this, they did that, they did that, they did that.
Yeah.
They made it right.
It's
In their
true.
heart, because you couldn't forgive them.
It's true.
Now you're at a place where they, you know, in your heart, you think they should be.
Yeah.
So I'm saying forgiveness is key. Like, don't hold no one for nothing.
Nah, man, free up your heart, man.
The Bible says, "Don't let the sun go down in your wrath." So if you
Yeah.
got something out with someone, you better before that sun,
That's
before it strikes,
so true.
before the clock strikes 12 minutes the next day, you better say, "You know, bro, sis, now I'm not. I'm
It's
sorry,
so
fam."
true.
So you can,
I'm not there
if
for
you
that.
go to bed and then
They don't wake up, or you don't wake
Yeah.
up.
I mean, you ain't waking up in heaven. I'll tell you that now. So
It's Pete, man. You can't like,
It's-
have
it's
them
mad.
things. Your life is too short to be holding man up for certain little things like that.
yeah, you know what I mean.
I've got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
And then you watch these things on television, and people and the families will go and watch them, you know, get killed.
Exactly, man.
Have you watched it?
Exactly.
Life
yeah,
on death
people,
row.
Yeah, people like
On
that
Netflix.
messed
Yeah.
up, man.
It's true.
And then the families will go and watch them.
Yeah, like it's like a cinema. They have like a curtain. Have you seen it? They
Yeah,
have like a
open the curtain, have them on the curtain, strapped
Yeah.
up, inject them, and then watch it. Watch
Yeah.
the man die. And do you know how sick that? Do you know how sick that is?
It's tossing, man.
Now I understand that people might be in pain, and I can understand that people will feel hurt. But do you know how sick it is to watch someone die and feel, yeah, eye for an eye, yeah, it's calm. For one that was Old Testament, let's just get it
I
right.
can't even watch an animal die. Like,
Do you know what I mean? It's hard to watch a man get
Yeah,
an injection
true,
and
man.
just you're just as bad.
Because at the end of it, it's life.
yes, you get me?
Life in general is just like it's
Yeah.
so precious. It's mad.
Do you know what I mean? I don't even kill spiders no more. Like it's just be. I tried that too.
I did. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't. stand
No, when they have
spiders,
them,
man.
I try and scoop them. If I can scoop them out, then I'll scoop them out. If I see them, I just want to go boop, and there's no way for them.
Still,
Right.
this girl from Great Bar, she got bit by a spider in Great Bar, and like she had a hole in her arm because of the spider.
Do you know spiders go up your nose and mouth when you're sleeping?
Well, not my mouth.
Yeah.
I cover my mouth when I sleep anyway.
Trust me.
Thank
I'm not
you.
like this, you know.
You get
right?
me? Exactly.
I think like this, I'm like.
Do you know?
the
And
thing
go on
I'm
your
like-
ears as well, and your eyes.
Nah, fam.
you know?
That's your house, not mine.
Just-
As for me and my house, we kill all the spiders so there's no that can come up me.
No, I hate spiders with a passion. For me, it depends on the size of the spider anyway. So I'd kill it if it's big. If it's small, I'd probably.
The penalty is a no for me. Not or like the Lord only God can give and take away. So I'm leaving it in His hands.
That was your wrap up.
Yeah, man.
To a conclusion.
You mean? Oh, my bad. Yeah, so as AMOS said, guys, come in. As AMOS said there, so death penalty is a no from us guys here. We do believe that only God is the giver of life, only He can take it away. It's not our job as mankind to ever go and try say it's okay for you to die for that,
Yes.
and okay for you to die for that, but not okay for you to die for that. Don't make sense.
Yeah.
Not our job. We can't do it. Simple as that.
I agree with what both my brothers have said. Like, I don't think it's right for people to be taking people's life in any circumstance, whether that is, you know, if it's an accident and it's a genuine accident, then you know you can't help that. But anything more than that is for me is wrong. Whether you believe it's legal or illegal, in my eyes, it's illegal in all ways. So don't take nobody's life.
Yes, and the Bible says judgment is mine, says the Lord.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So,
Amen.
and it's funny you said that, because you may think what they've done is worthy of death, but someone else may think what you've done, you know, in your life could be also worthy of death in another country, in another region, in another part of the world. So you can't then, you know, take, you know, someone else's life and think, well, because they've done this, it's okay. But people in certain parts of Middle East and stuff, because you don't have committed adultery, you're worthy of death also. Do you think because you've done that, you would? This is what I'm saying. So you can't take people's life because we all have different perceptions of it. And because we're human and we all have different perceptions of it, the only person has the one perception of God. So I believe it's not down to us, guys. That is all we have time for. Okay, that is all we have time for today. So yeah, these are my boys, AMOS and REUBEN. Again, comment, share, subscribe, and like. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think we should bring the death penalty to England? If you've been to America and you understand the death penalty a little more than we do, share your thoughts with us as well. We'd like to know. Again, I'll try and reply to all of your comments.